Hey guys, it's Kip here from KDC Marketing, and in today's video, I want to talk about Wix Vibe and the Wix Business Solutions because I think it's important that everybody understands what you get and what you don't get with Wix Vibe. So I've done a few videos about Wix Vibe. I built this website here using Wix Vibe, and if you don't know, Wix Vibe is the AI builder that Wix is offering, and it's part of a beta, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen with it. But one of the things that you should know if you use Wix Vibe is that some of the apps don't seem to be integrating with Wix Vibe. And I hope I'm wrong about this, but as far as I can tell, it doesn't look like the following apps work with Wix Vibe: Wix Forms, Wix Stores, Wix Music. So if you're familiar with Wix and if you've watched some of the videos that I've done, one of the best things about Wix is that you can connect Wix Business Solutions to your website. So that'd be something like Wix Bookings, where you can take appointments and you can things. That's one of the Wix Business Solutions you can normally add if you're using Wix Studio or the classic Wix editor. Same with Wix Stores. If you want to have an e-commerce store, then you can set up the Wix Stores app, and then it has all the features and everything you need to have an online e-commerce business. The issue with Wix Vibe is that it doesn't have those apps. And as far as I can tell, when I go into the app market and try to find the Wix Business Solutions, they aren't here. And normally you would see a whole section dedicated to Wix Business Solutions where you'd have Wix Forms and those sort of things. So I'm going to type in Wix Forms and just see what comes up here. And normally you would have a app that allows you to do that. So that's something that you should know. If you are using Wix Vibe, you don't get access to the full Wix ecosystem. And I think in one of my other videos, I may have mentioned that you do, but it turns out that you do not. You don't get access to all of the different apps that you normally have. At least that's not how it works right now. So that's something to keep in mind. If you are building on Wix Vibe, you won't get access to those things. It's interesting because it does have a sales overview here, but I don't know how you would track your payments without an app to accept payments like Wix Bookings or those things. I mean, you have these other options here, pay links and that sort of stuff, where you could send somebody a pay link or an invoice, but maybe that's what this is for. But you definitely don't have the same setup that you would normally have on Wix Studio or even the classic Wix editor. So the one thing that I was able to do is I was able to connect a contact submission here to my CMS collection. And it seems like it works sometimes and not other times. So on my site here that I was just kind of playing around with, if you go to the contact page, there's a form here. And it does seem that these fields were connected to the CMS, or somehow that contact information gets pushed into the CMS collection. So that was something I was able to figure out. And then you could manage it that way with the CMS, but then there's been other times when I haven't been able to get that to work. So just to be clear, Wix Vibe can be great for some things. It can be great to get you a website where you can connect your own domain name and get on the Wix Premium plan and get some of the features that Wix has. But it definitely is limited if you can't use the Wix Business Solutions, which is what makes Wix so powerful to begin with. The other thing too to think about if you're thinking about using Wix Vibe is you might be stuck to making updates through the AI prompting. So if I wanted to change something here and it doesn't have it, for example, Wix Forms, then there's no way for me to go in and add Wix Forms manually or fix certain things manually here. So I'd have to go in here and just trust by the prompting that it's going to work, by the AI prompting. So if I prompt that I want to add Wix Forms here, I want to add Wix Forms, then it's got to figure out if it can do that. And sometimes it can and sometimes it can't. So you're kind of boxed into what the AI can or can't do, and you don't have as much freedom as you would as if you were building in the classic editor or Wix Studio. When it comes to troubleshooting, those other two editors are so much better because you can find the problem and fix it and then go on your way. Whereas here you might get stuck with something that you can't fix because the AI can't do it. So just a couple of things to think about. I am a much bigger fan of Wix Studio and building the website there. I would love for Wix to come up with something where Wix Vibe could be integrated into Wix Studio. So this gets you the starting point, and then you're able to push it into Wix Studio and edit it from there and further optimize it from there and control everything from there. And I don't think this would really become an effective tool unless they integrate all the other apps that you usually have here the other Wix business solutions. You need those things in order for it to work. And if you can't access those, you're just really limiting yourself in terms of what you can do on a business outcome, business solution side of things. So I shared a couple of videos. I want to share this now that I have a bit more information, because I think it's important to know if you are going to try Wix Vibe, what it can and can't do. So this video is more about what it can't do, but there are some things that it can do. So it's important to understand those as well. And I have a few videos I've shared about some of the things it can do, but it is important to remember, if you're going to use this as your website and pay for a premium plan and buy a domain name and have this be your main site, you want to know what you're getting into at the outset. And if you need something that does have all the Wix business solutions, then I would recommend Wix Studio or the classic editor. Both of those could be a good option. Or, maybe you need another website builder depending on what you're trying to do. So just wanted to share this video today. It's been on my mind, something I've been thinking about, and hope you found it helpful.